Hi people, this is just a quick video on something called the null factor law. If you've got a number multiplied by 0, it always equals 0. Regardless of what that number is, it will always equal 0. If we go the other way around though and say, well, we've got two numbers and I don't know what they are, so I'm just going to call them A and B, and I go A times B equals 0, what I know from that is that one of these must equal 0. I've got two numbers multiplied together to give 0, so one of these must be 0. So I can say either A equals 0 or B equals 0. And then that's basically the null factor law. So if we have something like this, where we've got x take 3 times x take 4 equals 0, x take 3 is just a number. So we do have two numbers here. We've got x take 3 as a number, and we've got x take 4 as another number. So from the null factor law, we can then go, well, either x take 3 equals 0 or x take 4 equals 0. And then as always, we want to find x, so we go, well, how do I get rid of negative 3? I add it, so x is going to equal positive 3. How do I get rid of negative 4? I add it. X is going to equal positive 4. Do another example. Equals similar to that. If we've got 2x plus 1 and we've got x out the front equals 0. Now remember, that really means x times 2x plus 1. So our two numbers in this case are x and 2x plus 1. So according to the null factor law, either of those could equal 0 or both. So we've got x equals 0 or 2x plus 1 equals 0. So now we just want to rearrange this one to find x. So first we're going to get rid of the plus 1, and we do that by taking it. So we get 2x equals minus 1, and then remember 2x is really 2 times x, so to get rid of that 2 we divide both sides by 2, and we'll get x equals negative 1 over 2. There, when we've got two numbers clearly multiplied together, which give us 0. We can have a few more examples where we don't have it quite so simple, and we might have something like this: 5x equals 15, for example. So in this case, as you can see, we don't have two numbers multiplied together equaling 0. So we want to make something equal to 0. And to do that, we want to get rid of something from one side of the equation. So I'm going to get rid of 15x squared from this side, just by taking 15x squared from both sides. So I'm going to go 5x, take 15x squared. And then when I've taken 15x squared over to there, that means I get left with 0 on this side. So now we've done that, I can then go, all right, can I get brackets in there somewhere? Because I want to have something multiplied by something else. Brackets mean multiplied. How can I get brackets? Well, you might remember factorization. Factorization is when we go, what's common between each of these terms? So we've got two terms here. We've got this term and that term. And we can go, what's common? Well, obviously both of them have an x, so that's common. But both of them are also divisible by 5. 5 goes into each of them evenly. So I'm going to pull 5x out the front and then put my bracket. Then go, what do I need to multiply 5x by to make it equal 5x? Well, that's just 1. What do I need to multiply 5x by to make it equal negative 15x squared? Well, 5 times negative 3 would be negative 15. And because it's x squared, I need to have an x in there as well. So that's going to equal 0. And then now you've got your brackets again. So using the null factor law, we can go 5x equals 0, or 1 take 3x equals 0. And then we're going to divide both sides by 5. So we're going to get x equals 0, or negative 3x equals, now we want to get rid of the 1. So we're going to take it, and then we're going to get rid of the negative 3 by dividing. So we're going to get x, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, equals 1 over 3. So we get x equals 0 or 1 over 3. So with these questions, you will always get two answers. I'll do one. Say we had 2x squared, take 12x equals 0. Again, you'll notice we don't have our brackets in there, so we're going to put brackets in. How do we do that? We factorize. We go, what is common between 2x squared and 12x? And again, immediately we see x is common. But does 2 and 12 go into 12 evenly? Yes, it does. 2 times 6 is 12. So that means we can take 2x out the front of our bracket. So we're going to go 2x. Then we're going to go, what do I need to multiply 2x by to make it equal 2x squared? I need to multiply it by x. What do I need to multiply 2 by to make it equal negative 12? That's negative 6. And that's all we have to do, because 2x times negative 6 will give us negative 12x. And then we use our null factor law and go, well, then 2x equals 0 or x takes 6 equals 0. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 0 or x equals 6. And that's our answer. So we're always going to have two answers with the null factor law. Alrighty.